we want to know the representative of the invoice number 33909. Please note that I'm not using the customer name number, I'm using the invoice number for my reference, because we can say I want to know the representative for the customer Joe, but you find that the customer Joe has been repeated severally in this. Yes, it might be true that the representative is one in this file, but you'll never know. There are times when the representative is mixed up. There are some customers that might have been switched between reps, so it is hard to know which one you're looking for. So you might find that I was initially the representative for Comjo, but then it was changed to someone else. So if I use the customer, that is going to bring a problem. But the invoice number is the most unique value that we're using in our cell referencing. So what VLOOKUP does is that we use the single most common unique value, because right now the invoice number is common on both sheets and it's the most unique value in the both sheets. That's what we're going to use. So we come to formulas tab, we go to the lookup and reference. That's lookup and reference is here. Then on the very last, below the list, like the very last one on the list, we have the VLOOKUP. Then click VLOOKUP. Then the function arguments window will pop up. So the lookup value that we are looking for is the unique value that you're going to find in both sheets. The unique value you're going to find in both sheets is the invoice number. That is in this case A3 or 33909. So you want Excel to go look for invoice 33909. But where exactly is it going to look for this? It's going to look for this invoice number in this group of cells A to G. I'm not using the amounts bit because we don't really need them right now. We only need up to the representative, but you can select everything. In this case, we only need up rep. Then the column index number. I've already found the invoice number that you have told me to look for inside my table. But what do you want me to bring back? I want you to bring back the value in column 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So bring me back what is in column 7. Once you find the invoice 33909, bring back for me what you find in column 7. And whatever you bring back, I want it to be an exact match of what I put in, not an approximate match. Because the true, writing true means we find an approximate match, false means exact match. Then we click OK. And that's it. You can copy the formula down to find the other reps, because what will be changing now in our formula will be the A3, the lookup value. So instead of A3, it goes to A5, A6, A7, A8, A9, all the way down to the last one. So that's VLOOKUP for you.
In the table array, do you have to select that whole range?
In the table, the array, this one here.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to select a range that has both the lookup value and the column that you need it to bring. So you can select everything past even the column that you need to bring, but whatever happens, the lookup value has to be in the first column. The lookup value has to be in the first column, and the table array has the column index has to be inside the table array that you've selected. But the only thing you need to check is you have the common value, like in our case the invoice number has to be the first column, and then inside that range that you've selected, like in this case you've selected AJ, A to J, like the sheet, the columns AJ. So AJ has the rep inside it. We won't really need these ones because this will column 8, 9, and 10. We only need column 7. So even if we select these in the table array, we only need 7.
Okay.
So, but if we use that, say for example, I didn't want to know the rep. I wanted to know the value of that invoice. I want to know the value of invoice 32,298. Come back to formulas, lookup and reference, come to VLOOKUP. I want you to go look for the invoice number. Just a moment, just a moment, just a moment, just a moment. Let me come here, let me delete this because it is already a formula in it. So let me just delete these values here. We just go and edit the function argument through the function arguments window. So we want to go look for invoice 32,298 inside the table array from A, let's say to AI, and then the column index number. What is the column index number that we need? We need which column number? So we have the invoice numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can either look for the amount or the balance. So in this case, we want the amount of the invoice, the value of the full invoice. The invoice is now column 8, and we want the exact match. And then you click OK. The invoice value is 230,000. If you wanted the balance, of the invoice, just come back again, lookup and reference, VLOOKUP, go look for invoice 32,298, look for it in sheet 2 from column A to column J, say that, and give me back what's in column number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Balance is in column 9. So then just type column 9 there. Make it an exact match. So exact match, you write false. And then click OK. Then you have your balance. Just like that.